all the way to you from sunny SoCal into 32 million homes and counting. Somebody's counting. This is America Trends. I'm Barry Nussbaum filling in for Dr. G. Our poll question today: did Trump's debate performance last night save his campaign? Yes or no? Vote in that poll at YouTooAmerica.com or use the Youtoo America app and download it now. All right. How do the women feel about Trump's performance? Did Trump come out victorious? Did he pull it out for them? Joining me now from Las Vegas is women's advocate, Trump supporter, the proprietor of Reagan Baby, and our good friend, Megan Barth. Good to have you back, Megan.
Hey, Barry. Doing a great job.
Okay, thank you, darling. Okay, you're a woman and a supporter. Can Trump pull out from the tornado from Friday about what happened with a certain guy named Billy 11 years ago in a van?
Yeah, I think it was proof positive, especially when you look at the Frank Luntz poll that came out from a majority of independents. And Frank Luntz actually said he's never seen anything like that before, whereby within the independent polling, Trump doubled his number from, I think it was 9 to 18, and Hillary fell from 9 to, I think it was 5. And so that's a huge issue. The thing is, the two candidates have a problem with is trust. They both have a high unfavorability. Hillary Clinton only has 43 or 50, I think it's actually, no, 43% of the women's vote. So it's not like she's breaking down the glass ceiling with the women.
Well, let's talk about this. You have the two most unliked leading candidates in American history running at the same time. But let me point something out and tell me if this resonates with women. Hillary is untrustworthy to most voters because they're absolutely sure she's lying about a lot of stuff. Benghazi, her emails, she landed on a tarmac under gunfire. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on about the Trump, about the Clinton Foundation and so on. Trump, on the other hand, is a media personality. He hasn't lied about government service because he's never done it before. So maybe that's different. Does it resonate the same way negative? And is it going to matter on Election Day?
Well, the only thing the Clintons have is character assassination in order to create and keep that high unfavorability of Trump. But it's a question of trust. When you look at Pew polling data, women vote exactly like men. We vote for a leader who we can trust. So we have to trust that really Donald Trump isn't the sexual predator that they're claiming him to be, when in actuality, the sexual predator is on the Clinton campaign.
Well, let me stop you on that one, because Trump jumped on her about that last night, which he said he was going to do in the first debate and then backed off from it. Did that score points last night when he talked about the women that had been molested, accosted, raped, etc., and then, most importantly, were character assassinated by Hillary in defense of Bill? Do you think women buy that?
Well, they should, because that's exactly what happened.
Well, let's not get the truth in the way. I'm wondering if people are buying the story or not.
Well, whether they're buying the story or not, I think kind of remains to be seen, but the story hadn't been told. And so this is the brilliance of the Trump campaign, bringing in Steve Bannon. He understands that there's a Democrat media complex. He understands that there's an inherent bias in the media, and you need to tear through that to get through it and get to the truth. And so these women, the four women, specifically Kathleen Shelton, had only been interviewed by the Daily Mail. No one else touched her. CBS, ABC, NBC, and Kathy Shelton was the 12-year-old girl who Hillary defended her rapist and then laughed about it twice.
Well, her only comment in the last 2 days was, "I never laughed at the victim." That was her only defense, which I found extraordinary because she's getting sucked into a really indefensible position, in my opinion.
Well, a hot mic tells differently on that story now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've heard the tape.
Yeah,
I've heard
and
it.
so you're right. And so every lie, the greatest weapon in Donald Trump's arsenal is the truth. And he used every lie that Hillary has told, not every, but a majority of them, hot buttons related to this campaign, her tenure as Secretary of State, her actions as First Lady. And we don't expect by the way, Megyn Kelly, we don't expect the press Hillary Clinton to support Bill Clinton's accusers. We just expect her not to tear them down and use the IRS against them. And that's exactly what Hillary Clinton did.
All right, let's talk about the debate specifically and the results. As you said, Frank Luntz called it heavy for Trump among his independents. And as I just mentioned with Tom on the air, I have great respect for Frank Luntz's science. He really digs in to find out what people are thinking. CNN says it's sort of a tie, but there are a number of other polls that show it heavy for Clinton. Who do you think won? Don't answer me in terms of won debate points, but change the mind of those independents who are going to decide this election.
I think Trump won the debate because he created a lot of doubt, right? He just used the facts. Hillary, there's a lot of tells in Hillary's game. And when you watch body language and such, and people aren't stupid. Look, some of those questions from the town hall were excellent, and they forced the moderator's hands to actually start talking about something that mattered, like Obamacare,
right,
and how Obamacare is destroying the middle class and destroying the middle class family because people are working longer to pay for more and getting less. I have a girlfriend whose premiums went from $4,000 to $14,000. Then they're expected to jump 30% to 40% more next year. She can't afford it, and they're just a middle-class family. Her husband works 18 hours a day. We have no more to give to a failed program. We have no room to be punished by more and more taxes. Women are the drivers of this economy and the backbone of the family, and Obamacare rips at the heart of that.
Okay, so two questions that matter the most if you're Donald Trump right now, Megan. Number one, are women going to turn out for him? And then I'm going to ask you number two.
Oh, sorry.
That was my first one. Does Megan Barth think that women are going to turn out for Trump?
Well, I can speak from my own experience and from my own two eyes and what I've heard. And especially after the Kaine debate, more women floated to the Pence-Trump ticket because they saw in Pence what they've been wanting to see in Donald Trump, which is a more refined politician who has aggressiveness but humility, but a little bit more grace, so to speak. But I think that women will vote for a leader who they can trust. So I don't see them voting in droves for Hillary Clinton. And I'm sure that the Clinton campaign is going to come out with some God knows more smut to try to attack his character. But when you look at the actions and not the words, the Clintons are the ones that fail. They are the ones that their misdeeds caused much strife and much chaos.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. He's got to keep reminding people of that. Bottom line, here's your last one. Predict November, who wins?
Donald Trump.
Whoa. Donald Trump. There you heard it, America.
And this is what's very important for a win. It is important for every single person to go and vote for Donald Trump. Every single military member, gun owner, housewife, conservative, Christian. We still have a problem getting the Christians
We're
out.
going to leave it there, Megan. Thanks so much. Up next, we're going to check out the scariest college rankings you've ever heard. Don't you go away. You're going to hear some scary news.